And I know there's a growing trend in stem cell. In fact, and I did, I have a shoulder injury, and they did what is it, PRP? PRP in my shoulder, and then they mentioned to me that if that doesn't heal, the next step would be stem cell. But you do stem cell as well.
Yes.
And tell me more about what that means.
Well, the PRP, which is plasma, platelet-rich plasma, I'm sorry, and stem cell therapy, we collectively call regenerative medicine.
Sure.
And is in its infancy. We're just starting to see all the potential and uses of it. But I do believe that it is by far the future of orthopedics.
Sure.
With stem cell, you can regenerate cartilage.
Okay.
The arthritis is the degeneration, usually by age or overuse, of cartilage, which is the surface of joints.
Okay.
When you lose that, as of now, you can't get that back. So once you have arthritis, you can't get it back. Well, stem cells, you can inject stem cells that are going to grow into new cartilage. Imagine,
oh, wow. So
you're 80 years old, your knees hurt all the time, they crack every time you move them, and then I come with a needle, inject a few stem cells in your knee, and they repopulate the cartilage. They create new cartilage, and now your knee is like a 20-year-old knee.
It's like the fountain of youth, kind of, because I mean,
Yeah.
like I know that I have pain in my knees and my shoulder, for multiple things, and I'm sure, I'm sure I have arthritis somewhere. But that's pretty interesting to me because a lot of people, especially in personal injury, they want to say it's arthritic, and sometimes it is arthritic, sometimes it's not arthritic. But this is taking it to another step because now not only are you treating their pain, you're able to treat the arthritic condition to repair that. So
Correct.
you could almost, well, I mean, that's a far statement, but you could almost rebuild the person, as far as in that area.
I mean, as a potential, absolutely. I mean, you can. What happens to us when we age? We lose our cartilage. I mean,
Yes.
arthritis is what ages us.
Sure.
When you're 80 years old, you can have a great heart, great lungs, great kidneys, but your bones, your joints are suffering. And if we could regenerate those, imagine all the things that we can achieve. Maybe we can live 120, 130 years.
Wow. Yeah. So
that's a good thing.
So as long as your organs are functioning properly and your blood flow and things like that, I mean, you could essentially.
You could have a good life even as an elderly person, which is, we work all our lives hoping to retire. And then when we retire, we can't move, can't do anything because of arthritic conditions, etc.
And arthritic conditions also come from car accidents, is that correct? Or
no, in car accidents, what the uses of regenerative medicines are to repair broken ligaments and tendons, because the tears from those, they take a very long time. We're talking years. A very common example is a whiplash syndrome in the neck after those rear-ending accidents. There's a lot of tears in those ligaments that can take years to repair, and through those years the patients are suffering with pain in the neck, headaches. These regenerative medicine can accelerate the recovery of those ligaments. Weeks of recovery in the knees. Another very typical one is tennis elbow, for example, which is contrary to what you may think. It occurs mostly on injuries. It might be personal injury, etc., not so much in tennis players.
I can see that. I mean, weightlifting, I can see that too. Like, is that when you extend your elbow? Yeah.
All the time, yeah. Those
like
who are doing dumbbells like this.
Yeah, I know.
Then that tennis elbow is it's a time bomb. Yeah.
Sure. Well, Doc, I know it's about that time for you have clients. Is there anything you'd like to conclude with, anything like that before we end the video?
No, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this. I'm very passionate. This is somewhat new to me, and I believe I can help a lot of people because I'm bringing a different perspective than what I see currently done in the community for these patients. These patients are hurt. These patients need help, and I can help them.